I have been pulled out of my work for a very important mission. I'm on a mission from God now. Shamu, everybody. I'm still around. I'm hitting the work hard. Um, but it is a well-known secret running joke. There are certain terms that can get me up and get me going, get me with a voice again. And that cynical magician, good person, wonderful videos. Go check them out, absolutely. But they mentioned the K word, and now every fiber in my being is demanding that I respond. And I have avoided this on TikTok, but we're going to talk about it. Let's talk about the Kybalion. And I'm going to quote a very wise person here. I don't know how many of you know of Polyphonies, of Digital Ambler. Wonderful person. Big on the Hermetics, big on the Gnostics, big on the PGM. Great work. Amazing person. But I'm going to quote them on the Kybalion real quick. And I quote, "The Kybalion is still crap, no matter who you think you are." They have an article called that. Check it out. We're going to cover some broad strokes here. The Ancient and Hermetic Secrets of the Kybalion by the Three Initiates. Done by Wordsmith, William something or other. We know who the Three Initiates are. There weren't three initiates. It was some random man. First thing we need to address here. It is not Hermetic. Nothing in it applies to Hermeticism. Hermeticism doesn't come to the same table as this. There was a tendency back in the day to use the term Hermetic to mean magical, and to kind of play on the idea of Hermeticism, because it was we had just come across the Corpus Hermeticum, we were just understanding the stuff, so if we use this term, then it's Hermetic, right? It's not. The Kybalion has never been seen as Hermetic. It's also not been seen as magical. The Kybalion stuff is where we get things like Law of Attraction. It's where we get a lot of our weird Prisca theologia nowadays. It harkens itself as Hermetic. It claims to be not only the Hermetic philosophy, but the origin of Western philosophy and occult. It also claims to be the origin of Vedic and Hindu philosophy, as well as literally any other philosophy of note. It's not. It's not. I don't know how much I can just continually say it is not. It's a pretentious mess. One of the biggest things about this thing is that it claims to be Hermetic and has nothing to do with any of, it claims these Hermetic laws, and these Hermetic laws don't apply. They're not seen in the Corpus Hermeticum. They're not seen in Discourse, the 8th, the 9th. They're not seen on any of it. They also don't work with each other. And it becomes they contradict each other. It was William Walker Atkinson who did this, who wrote this. He is the Three Initiates. He came out of this, New Thought Christian Science ideal. Fun fact, he's also known as Yogi Ramacharaka and Megas Incognito and Therion O. Dumont. He served as a head on the International New Thought Alliance, wrote a bunch of stuff like this, and just kind of spewed things out. When we look at the laws, we don't see, we see the law of gender, where all things are male or female. And it doesn't Hermeticism doesn't teach that. Hermeticism teaches there are things above that. Hermeticism is an attempt to become non-dual again. So the idea of things being dual is counter to it. The law of the mind, everything is mind, is a nothing burger. It's a deepity. It's all fluff, no substance. The idea that this comes from some ancient Hermetic teaching without mentioning Trismegistus should be a humongous red flag. These lessons that they have tend to be more hindrances. They can just be dropped. They can just be dropped. They can be dangerous and need to be unlearned as you get further into this stuff. It's a text of all time. It basically says that there are things out there. It kind of tries to hit you more with like feel-good truths than actually digging into the occult and esotericism. The laws contradict each other. William Walker Atkinson had no backing or knowledge on this stuff that he was trying to speak on. It's, tried to glomp itself on to the Hermetic tagline. It's a mess. I don't even know where to begin with all this. Y'all, check out Digital Ambler's blog on this. And I know a lot of people's first introduction into magic and the occult comes from things like The Secret, the Kybalion, these things. The Seth materials, the Lessons of One, the raw channeling. I need y'all to know. Grifters. If you are interested in Hermeticism, though, the Corpus Hermeticum, of course, is what you want to look at. Copenhaver's edition is wonderful. Hermeticism is a really beautiful thing. I could go on and on about what it teaches. Like, I don't ascribe to it because I reject Neoplatonic ideals, but that's a thing for another time. But yeah, hey y'all, this is just your reminder that Kybalion's really not a good source book, and I'm sorry if anybody feels upset or assaulted over this, but I mean, when in doubt, go to the experts, and the experts say, don't touch this book. It's trash, we don't claim it. And we gotta have these discussions of what's good and what's bad. It sucks for me to sit here and be like, this is terrible. But, at the same time, if we want to be honest in our paths, and we want to do this stuff, then we need to be able to have honest discussions. Anyways, I'm exhausted, and I gotta wake up tomorrow and edit an entire other book. So, that's it for me tonight, everyone. May your ancestors bring you the sweetest of portents. May you have the most wonderful of dreams. May you all stay cool. It's getting hot out there, and may y'all stay safe. Shall